Hi friends, in this video I am going to discuss about how to improve your end-to-end testing quality, or what is the mechanism, or what is the way you can bring good checkpoints. With that you can bring good quality. That is the motto behind this video. If you are visiting for the first time the Testingshala YouTube channel, then please subscribe to this channel so that all the videos related to software testing will be in your inbox as and when we publish. So let's move on to understand what are those important tips or items which you need to perform to improve the end-to-end testing quality. So end-to-end testing is really important testing mechanism. That is a mechanism which guarantees that the entire applications works as expected. With the end-to-end testing, you are going to sign off your testing procedures to the client. Hence, it is always to follow right mechanism, right procedure, right improvement tips to enhance your end-to-end testing. I'm going to list out 5 important things. If you do it, definitely your end-to-end testing will be into the next level. That brings higher quality, and you'll find good qualities of issues. Definitely you'll get a good feedback from the clients because you have followed the right mechanism, right procedures, and right quality of testing you have done by picking the right scenarios. So let's move on to understand one by one what are those tips which you can adopt to improve your end-to-end testing. Let's go by one. The first one is you should keep your end-to-end environment always with an up-to-date all the time, and you should not keep your end-to-end environment in outdated fashion, because if end-to-end testing environment is not up to date, then the testers will keep logging the issues which are completely outdated in nature. So whenever we log issues, developers all the time they talk about this issue is not observed in our environment. Hence, it is always good to keep your environment, end-to-end testing environment, in a up-to-date manner, so that the kind of testing you perform or kind of defects you derive from that, then it doesn't lose any efforts. Let's say if defect logged, then if they say this is not reproduced or environment by the developer, then it is completely a wastage of your time. Hence, it is always you keep your end-to-end environment in an up-to-date fashion. The second tip, so you should keep your end-to-end environment with the right set of test data. Your test data should be as good as production data, or you can call it as a production like data. You should not test the application with the wrong information or wrong data. You should always make use of test data management tools and make use of the right strategy in generating the test data which is similar to the client environment. If you do this, then your system or end-to-end testing will be in a good situation. Your end-to-end testing can find more issues if you adopt your test environment with the right test data. Let's move on to the third tip. When you are performing an end-to-end testing, you should not test like another tester. You should always wear your hat, and you should test like a end user or your client. Then only you can find more issues. If you just blindly follow your regular test cases, then you may not find more issues or more quality challenges. You should always wear an hat of end user and client to test the application in end-to-end testing that can find more quality issues. So this is all about first 3 tips. Let's move on to the fourth tip, which is the what is a strategy or what is a mechanism you are identifying in end-to-end testing. You should always adopt acceptance test scenarios for your end-to-end testing. Acceptance test scenarios are provided by our POs or our end users or the client. That would give a confidence to the end users as well. Let's say once you execute these test scenarios and you're able to complete your testing, then you signed off from testing and hand over to the end users or client, then client or end users also they are going to do a similar kind of testing before they completely put on this application to their production. So hence it is always good to consider an highest priority the acceptance test scenarios. So next let's go to the fifth tip. The fifth tip is, with a given limitation of the resources or with a given limited of testing efforts, or it could be anything, right? It could be resources or infrastructure or even time. You cannot go and test everything. You cannot go and test every test cases in your application, which is not feasible approach as well. So it is always, I recommend, go for a risk-based strategy. Assess the risk for every test scenario which you are going to assess, every test cases which you are going to execute, and perform a risk assessment for every features and get a buy-in from the end users or a client, then go and execute those test scenarios. That would give high value, and that is how your client will also appreciate the kind of good quality of end-to-end testing which you are performing. I hope you understood these 5 important tips to enhance your end-to-end testing. If you are going to adopt these tips one by one into your test plan and start producing the results, definitely will get your quality to the next level. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you like this video, please click on like button. If you are visiting for the first time the Testingshala YouTube channel, then click on subscribe button and bell notification so that all our future videos will be in your inbox, which are testing related topic, so that you can watch these testing videos to enhance your testing knowledge, and you can enhance the testing skills as well. That would help you to get a better jobs, and it can give you